Welcome to All Pro Football Data. My name is Jim Coburn, and today's episode we're talking about Michael Wiley, the running back from Arizona. We're going to look at his pre-draft data profile, looking at his production data, his athleticism data, and other statistical factors to see what he might become at the next level based on data. So with all that stuff out of the way, let's get to his data. So first off, offensive market share production scores. If you're new to the channel and new to the stuff that I do, pause the video real quick so you can kind of learn this information. But based on his offensive market share production, he was essentially in the 44 percentile in terms of his total offensive market share production, 80 percentile in terms of receiving market share, and then 75 percentile in terms of his touchdown market share production. These numbers are good, but not great. Probably in the starter average area, with the exception of his offensive market share production score. But his receiving market share, touchdown market share, kind of in that starter area in terms of production. Taking a look at his efficiency scores, this is where things are a little His yards per touch was significantly below average. His yards per reception was about average, close to average, below but close. And then his touchdown per touch score was 80 percentile. So his efficiency was kind of all over the place. He was average in one area, below average in another, and then above average in terms of touchdown percentage. So that's kind of the issue for him efficiency-wise, kind of all over the place. Now, when you look at his athleticism traits, this is an area where he was good but not great. He had a 44 percentile explosion score, 66 percentile in terms of speed for his size, and also had a 36 percentile flexibility score based on his data. Those numbers are good but not great. Definitely are, at least above the thresholds for starters and Pro Bowlers in terms of that particular area, but it's not elite 100% in terms of his data. Now, when you get to his adjusted production scores, adjusted production takes a look at things like age, strength of schedule, strength of team, and adds it to the production data. And when you look at this particular area, he is 52 percentile in terms of his age, 76 percentile in terms of his MSA rating, and then 65 percentile in terms of his pass rating. These scores are just kind of, good but not great. Close to the starter averages, but not necessarily near the All-Pro or Pro Bowl area, and definitely above the threshold. So he does have at least most of the data that you would want to see from a potential starter at the running back position. Looking at comparables for him. So these are all the running backs that tested similar to Michael Wiley based on his overall production traits, very statistical factors. Guys like Wesley Kennedy, KJ Harris, Malcolm Brown, Terrell Davis is there. Kind of on the bottom end, but he's there. Athleticism-wise, he's similar to, say, Javonte Green from an athleticism standpoint and a production standpoint. But that's kind of what you're looking at with him in terms of comparables. Mostly backups to reserve types, not very many starters for the most part. Now, in terms of an outlook for him, I would say Michael Wiley profiles as a backup to outlier starter long term. He has baseline statistical traits to become a starter, but there is nothing elite in his profile. It will be interesting to see where he goes in this draft class, of course, but I think overall he's a back that is kind of in between. He's in between a starter and a backup. He's a little bit higher than a lot of running backs in this class because of his production traits and having at least prerequisite athleticism. But again, most likely he's going to end up a backup long term. With all that stuff out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching this channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. For sure. What do you guys think about Michael Wiley? Do you love him? Do you hate him? How would you kind of grade him in this particular draft class? Also, I would say go to my Patreon page at patreon.com/jcoburn to follow me on that page to get more information like this on the daily. Also, check out my X, formerly known as Twitter account, where you can also check out different tweets and stuff I do. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.